Sutton is Jerry, assistant GM. Paul Hamilton will join us in half an hour. His thoughts on what was said today and the NHL draft this weekend, the futures of J.J. Peterka, Alex Tuck, all of us. Paul doesn't like to make predictions, though.
Right.
Paul, what am I looking at? 20 years? Would you take 20? Never mind. That's a little bit morbid. Aaron Rodgers, this was important that it got traction, says he's, quote, pretty sure, end quote, this will be his last season. Guy has,
I'm pretty sure his last season was 3 years ago.
I've got messaging issues with the Sabres. We all should. It just doesn't seem major league at all. You got to give Rodgers credit for finding ways to just anything he says, I guess, is news. What is that? He's 40. He'll be 42 at the end of the season. He's pretty sure. Everybody would be pretty sure this will be his last season. What is it for him to say it? He wouldn't even say definitely.
Right.
Just he's pretty sure. Adam Schefter bites on that.
Well, you never know. I mean, if they win the Super Bowl, he might want to run it back.
He might anyway. What he's going to want to do, I don't know. Maybe he won't. But feels like what he might want to do is just drag it on next year. Just drag it out. Not drag it on, drag it out. Just like he did this year. I'm glad we treat things like that. Is that misinformation? No, it's not misinformation, but it's useless. It's obvious. It's not even news at all.
It's pointless information.
Alex is with us. Hi, Alex.
How are we?
Alex? Hi, go ahead.
Thanks, boys. I'm gonna try to stay calm right now. Is it Groundhog's Day? And does this guy not self-evaluate at all? We just went through this in December. He talks about being sad for the fans. We're sad that Mattias Samuelsson, the man with the gusto of a wet sock, is on this team. He should have been cut immediately after the Nason hit, and now he's Sammy Boy. Okay, Sammy Boy, are you kidding me? And Kevin's to blame. But the Sabres PR department also needs to be fired because they're clearly not giving him the right information. They're putting memos every day on his desk, and now I'm wondering if Kevyn Adams just can't read. And it's the same condescension. It's the same talking down. It's the same, more than the fan base energy. And I'm losing my mind over here. And every time he's asked a tough question, he does this smug little laugh. And it's like, dude, I get that it's a defense mechanism, but you're a general manager. Get your everything together. Your act together, yes. And on Samuelsson, there are literally social media accounts dedicated to cutting this guy from the team because we're ashamed to have him wearing a sweater after his response to the hit on Tage Thompson.
Well, the point I would make is not whether you should be ashamed he's on the team or anything. The point is Adams was eager, champing at the bit today to bring up that there was some report about their buying him out that he thought was erroneous, and maybe he's right. And he was so eager to tell you that. I think a serious organization would have maybe discussed it, but if that's not what to be expected, if that's not to be expected from the Sabres, at least let's just sort of calm down and read the room, see the whole board, and make sure what you are not today is indignant about media coverage on the heels of a 14th straight non-playoff season, which is by far an NHL worst.
Especially about one of your least popular players. If this is about Tage Thompson or Rasmus Dahlin, Dahlin wants out and Adams wants to take his shirt off and go just crazy screaming about how erroneous that is, I think Sabres fans are going, okay, man, yeah, I hope that's right because I love this guy. He's excellent and we need him and we can't just keep trading away top overall picks because they're unhappy and we can't win. Okay, great. Samuelsson is one of the least popular players on the team with the fan base.
But what is even the range? Dahlin is tops. Is he the most popular player on the team?
I would say probably him and Thompson, Tuck, guys who are good, that play their roles, that know what they're here to do. Samuelsson is a 6'3", 220-pound man who is not a deft puck mover, not a great skater, not someone who's you're really counting on to carry the puck out of the zone and out of danger. He's here because he's big and rugged and supposed to be tough and protecting people. And he's on the ice when Tage Thompson gets blasted. And I said this the day after, and I'll say it again right now. Even if you don't know what happened, the linesmen, just open your eyes. The linesmen are chasing the guy around the ice who laid the hit because they know hockey players, plural, many of them, are going to be coming. And you're just watching. I don't know. I didn't see it. That is. I'm with anybody who thinks that was cause for termination immediately. Now it's not that easy because it's a hockey player with a guaranteed contract, and you can't just walk away from. I mean, you can, but there's repercussions. It's just not a guy that any Sabres fan is upset hearing misinformed speculation about at all. Fans would welcome it. It would be an opportunity to get someone playing 22 minutes a night who might actually help the team.
Yeah, I guess.
What do you mean you guess?
No, I mean, what do I mean? I mean, sure. Yes, sure. I don't even know that he rates. When I ask, who's the most popular player on the team, Dahlin, Thompson, it's the point from yesterday, which is what are the feelings if they move those guys? They've had no success with any of them. It's not that they're not good. It's just I don't know if most fans even care about Samuelsson or could identify him. I mean, that's not wrong what you said. It's just I don't know.
I don't know, man. You've said that 3 times, so I'm sorry if I got overly aggressive there, but I think that's preposterous. That fans don't know who Mattias Samuelsson is and what his shortcomings are. Fans do still care about this team. And he is at the flashpoint of the season's most embarrassing disaster, other than the Palm Trees news conference.
And the record.
So that's why it's just an odd choice to make him the guy that you feel bad that fans have to listen to speculation about. It's just not. You talk about reading the room and knowing who your customers are. It couldn't be less informed about any of those things. That's the point.
Well, I don't. Okay. Adams will use. I mean, Samuelsson is a little bit down the list at least. He just wants to complain about the media. He just wants to defend himself in his way about what he thinks is unfair. And I think it would be pretty easy to find stuff online in the media that would be at least a little bit wrong, that would rankle you. But how is it still becoming the story? That's what he's getting wrong, if it's not just the record, because, that's bad enough. But it's just he needs somebody to settle him down and to be nobody cares about this. It's not that nobody cares about Samuelsson. It's just this is totally not what we're here to be talking about. He's using this kind of random whatever. I don't even know what it is. I told you earlier, I didn't even know about it. He's using this kind of random opportunity to rail against the media, and basically, what's his point? His point with Palm Trees was what? It's not fair to me. It's not fair to us. It's not fair to me. And isn't this the same thing? And does anybody care? Does anybody sympathize? Does anybody really want to sort of listen to that? Don't we kind of want somebody else at that point that isn't going to sound like that and be like, it's the media's fault, it's it's New York State's fault, it's Mother Nature's fault? That was the thing then, I think, and this is a form of it, which is if you can't do it, then we'll find somebody else who can or is willing to, give it a try. That's what I would say.
Right. Well, choosing to do it, just to say it one more time, choosing to do it and using a player that the fans would, I think, very much like to see not on the team anymore is just a horrible choice. That's it. It's just not the guy. If that's the only guy you've got a wrong report about, then keep it in your pocket. If somebody asks you about Mattias Samuelsson and you want to make this point that's erroneous and you want to defend him, fine. But leading with it like as some way of saying, fans, I feel your pain, is just it's a big miss. I mean, it's just not even on target at all.
That's what I mean on Samuelsson is like, I mean, I don't know what you know about it. I'm telling you again, I didn't know anything about it. He's thinking that this is a story that fans are annoyed by, right? Whether it's whether they like Samuelsson or not, or whether they're being lied to or whatever it is. Like for Adams, this is top of mind. Should it be? What is the story? What is the report? I don't know. I still don't know.
It was really just that, is that Sabres are considering a buyout of Mattias Samuelsson.
Somebody said that.
Yeah.
Somebody national?
I think Frank Saravelli's name was attached to it, but I haven't gone to find it. But I think that's what it was.
Which, if the word is considering, you don't need to have a conversation with them to consider it. Who's the Sabres? Adams alone? Somebody else? Like, it doesn't even have to be wrong if that's the actual wording. You're not quoting, I think.
No.
But just remember with Middlestat how Adams was like indignant at one point. It was one of the first times I ever saw him this way. Like, we're not shopping Casey Middlestat, right?
Right.
Then he was traded.
Right.
You know, they're not shopping him, but they're listening. And it was important to him to make that distinction that we're not calling teams about him.
Right.
They're calling us. Well, how stupid is that? How could you care about that? We listen to everything. Today, we think about it. We talk about everything. It's just so easy. Hockey players love to make the simple play. Every hockey announcer, make the simple play. Pucks to the net, make the safe, simple play. Here was the safe, simple play. We have conversations about every player, every scenario. That's it.
Right.
And that's all you have to say. And why step in it? It's so easy. It should be so easy, which I think is why I get so crazy when they blow it. Because it really should be so easy. For all the times sports gets away with not actually answering the question or not telling you the truth. How dare anybody in sports talk about misinformation? That's upper body, mid body, Josh Norris injury on the official injury report. We don't know. Like, how dare anybody associated with the team complain about misinformation? Yeah. They're the number one answer on the board when it comes to misinformation. They're the ones who don't want you to know the truth for all kinds of other reasons. But no, today, I bet that didn't come up today. Now it's whoever's fault. He's probably feeling like, thank God I've got the Samuelsson thing, or else, I don't know, I would have had to pick something else.
Yeah.
To make the point. The number one point I want